check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting a mic check. Just making sure we are live on all platforms right now before we bring this to you live. All right, it looks like we are good to go. So, all right, let's get things started. Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's had an absolute beautiful day. Hopefully, if you haven't already stepped outside, you are right now because it is just a day that the Lord has made. It is so beautiful out there, and we're going to talk weather later on this evening and help you plan for your work week. But we just finished up our editorial meeting, and that's really, as you know, by this point, hopefully you've been tuning into our First Alert Desk updates on the weekends. When it comes to this 4 o'clock update, we really try to bring you the latest information that we've been discussing and where we have decided to send our reporters to start digging to bring you new information into our newscasts. So I want to get things rolling. Today's going to be a little bit different just because I do want to bring you the top stories, but with that means that sometimes we don't always have video from the scene immediately. So bear with me with that. We're going to start things off a little different just with a Twitter. We're going to use our Apple Mini here because that's going to really be able to allow us to share some Twitter updates with you. So let's see if we can bring this over here. I may have to get my digital producer, TJ, to come help me possibly. Let's see if this will load. Looks like our CGs are not loading. Not quite sure why, but let's dive right into it, shall we? Until then, so I'm going to direct your attention to this because I'm going to show you how this is all working out here. Former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms had told us that on Twitter, she posted today. I'm going to bring this full screen so that you can really see this. I'm going to make this a little bigger for you. These are some pictures she posted, and it's because she says this home had her nephew inside, and she says someone shot bullets at this home. Let's read what she said. She had said, quote, "What goes up must come down. Someone fired a gun in the air, likely miles away, and it came through the house into my nephew's room. He was in the bed inches away. We are grateful that God protected him. If you have a gun, please act responsibly. This could be you or your child." So that was what she posted to Instagram. I imagine they reported this to police. We are working on hopefully getting a statement from former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms to maybe talk us through this, how they came to discover this at the house. I imagine it wasn't very hard. And again, you know, she says that no one was hurt. So thankfully that was the outcome there. All right, well, I want to move gears now to further down towards Athens. That's where we're going to bring you the very latest of what we're learning out of that area. We're told that a person was shot and killed shortly after midnight. They say that police, Athens Clarke County Police, responded to the scene of, let me make sure I have this area right for you. Mitchell Bridge Road is where police responded, and they say once they got there, they found a 21-year-old man by the name of Marquise Jackson who was shot. He was taken to the hospital where unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries. Now, police also say that 3 other people were injured. They had non-life-threatening injuries, and they were also taken to the hospital. And now police are offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who has information that will lead to an arrest in this shooting investigation. So that is some news that came in early this morning, and we wanted to make sure to share it with you right here on our digital platforms. Lastly, this is a story that one of our reporters is working on tonight. This is hopefully going to be a Atlanta News First story only tonight that you can see. I'm not going to spoil all the details, of course, but I'm going to make sure I can share with you the details that we have heard from family members thus far. This is from a Carrollton County EMT by the name of Casey Williams. They say that family members shared information with Atlanta News First saying that on Friday, Miss Williams began having some seizures. She was taken to the hospital, and she has been sedated 3 times since then. They're saying that every time they try to wean her off of sedatives, that she has unfortunately continued to seize. And now this is someone in our community who every day is on that line going to the scenes. I'm out there with them too. These are the people that we depend on to save our lives, and now this family is hoping that the community will help save her life. That's really what they're calling for tonight, hoping that getting her story out there, what's happening to her, because she's a well-known EMT in Carroll County, and she also spent some years with Grady as well, Grady Hospital. She worked as an EMT there, according to her family members, and they say that right now she's at Northside Hospital, and they are also trying to wean her off a ventilator. She's also on a feeding tube, and now they're reaching out to the community for prayers as well as support because they say this is going to be a really long road for her. They also said that the doctors are telling family members right now that she has a 10% chance of waking up from this, and if you can just put yourself in these families' shoes right now, it really gives you goosebumps just to think that this could be numbered days for someone in our community that has been a hero in many people's lives. And it's hard to fathom what this family is going through. We, of course, send our condolences, but we're going to have more from Casey Williams' story tonight in our newscast, and we'll make sure to share it with you right here on Atlanta News First and all of our other digital platforms. And make sure that you tune in tonight because we do have a lot to talk about, and we'll make sure that we bring you all of the details that come into our newsroom as we get them. But that's going to do it for us right now. Just wanted to bring you those 3 quick updates, those 3 stories that we are really following right now in our newsroom, and we'll see you later tonight on Atlanta News First. Have a great night.